Hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the De-Frump Your Style workshop, De-Frump Your Wardrobe workshop. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. I just wanted to hop on and say hi. Hi, Carrie. I'm here to help. Good to see you guys. So just hop on, say hi, tell me where you're from. I want you to type in the comments. Just let me know where you're from in the comments. Can't wait to see where everybody is signing in from.
Happy Tuesday.
a little bit of my voice playing back to me. Okay, so just say hi. Let me know where you're from in the comments. Can't wait to hear from you guys. And we're going to get started in just a minute. We're going to talk about all of the things that, or at least I'm going to get to as many of the things as I can that can be making you feel frumpy. Hey, San Antonio. Hi, Sabrina. Nice to have you here. So, Dallas. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Tammy. South Carolina. Hey, how are you? Can't wait to get started. I'm just going to give it another minute, give people a chance to land. Woohoo! Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. Going to make sure I can see the comments here. Everything's all set up. Another South Carolina, Terry. Honolulu, Eileen. Yay! So fun. Modesto, California, Louise. Nice to see you guys. I'm so excited. Hi, Barb. St. Peter's, Missouri. Is that Missouri or Montana? I'm sorry. You have to remind me. I need to review my state abbreviations. Julie, I'm one of your biggest fans too, Julie. I love you. Some of my people are here. I love seeing them. Hey, Kelly, nice to see you guys. I can't wait to get started. We're going to be talking about de-frumping our wardrobe. Judy, Mississippi, nice to see you. So good to see you guys. Houston, hey. I hope it's beautiful in Houston. We had a cool but sunny and beautiful day here in Central Florida, where I am, Daytona Beach, Florida, a world's most famous beach. South Carolina is representing tonight. Missouri, thank you. I had it right? I said it right. I think I said it right, Barb. Okay. Hey, Heather. Not so hot, Lance. It's 37 degrees. I feel you. It's been cold here too. Mary, Jacksonville, yay! Wisconsin, Sue, nice to see you. Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so I'm using new technology today. Bear with me. I think it'll work. I think I got this. But I am going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about all the things. I want to cover a lot today. So South Carolina, cool but wonderful here. Yay. Okay. Tyler, Texas, Cindy. Nice to see you, Cindy. I love seeing familiar faces, familiar names. Okay, sorry, I was looking down at the comments, but hi. If you guys don't know me, I'm Netta Manley. I cannot wait to get started talking to you about how to de-frump your wardrobe, right? Okay, let's get started. Oops, not that. Come on. I told you it was going to take me a minute. Here we are. Yay. Okay, we're going to get started with the De-Frump Your Wardrobe workshop. Okay, can't wait to really share and dive in with you guys about really what it is that can be making you feel frumpy when you're doing all the things. You think you're doing all of the things and you still have that feeling of, it's not working. Something's not working, right? So let's get started. This is my belief. I talked about it this morning when I did a spontaneous get ready with me. I passionately believe, and I was talking in my program members today. We had our group chat, and I was talking about this, and I got so choked up about it because, let's face it, we're in a challenging time, right, in history. Like, we're lots and lots of things going on. Hi, Montez. Lots of things going on in the world, and this is a stressful time to be alive. It's just there's a lot going on that can be bringing us down. And I really passionately believe that style can be a way of elevating our everyday existence so that we can feel uplifted and we can lift other people up, right? So one of the things I said today is, I'm not passionate about fabric. I'm not passionate about this. I'm passionate about what feeling good about how we present ourselves and how we dress, how that makes us feel, and how that pours over into the rest of our day. How we're able to bless other people, how we're able to have more energy, be more productive, be more positive, all the things, right? So this is my mantra here. Hey, Gail. Okay, style isn't superficial. It's essential. It's a way of showing up in your day in the best possible way, lets you be authentic, lets you be you. A confident sense of style frees you from feeling less than or self-conscious. So you can focus on what's important. And really, that's what it's all about. It's not about focusing on style. It's about getting dressed, forgetting about what you're wearing because you feel confident. You don't have to think about it throughout the day, and then moving on with your life, right? Focusing on what's important. Okay, so a lot of women think, we hit a certain age and we worry that our stylish days are behind us. Like, it's too hard after a certain age. Too many things have changed in my body. Too many things have changed in my life. Life is too busy. Life is too hectic. Life is too crazy. Style is for the young who have a lot of time and whose bodies are thin and, tight and all the other, like just all of that stuff. So has that ever occurred to you? Have you just kind of thought, well, maybe that ship has sailed. Maybe it's not for me anymore to look and feel my best. Let me know. Say yes. Hey, say yes if you have felt that way before. If you've ever felt like, this is that ship has sailed. I'm no longer going to feel stylish. That's just not for me anymore. Okay, so let me just start with a word of encouragement. When you feel that way, it's not you, it's the clothes. So we are living in the first, maybe second generation of women who are wearing almost exclusively store-bought and store-made clothes, right? Clothes that were designed for fit models that are laid on a stack like this on top of each other and cut so that the top item and the bottom item don't always even fit together. They're poorly produced and mass made. And then we wonder why we don't fit this very specific silhouette of this item of clothing. And then we feel bad, like there's something wrong with our bodies or there's something wrong with us because things are not fitting us properly, right? It's not us, it's the clothes. It's the way the clothes are made. And it's the fact that so many of us are trying to fit into just this finite number of sizes, right? And God made us in infinitely beautiful ways. And there's no reason and no way that we're all going to fit into just these cookie cutters of what a size 10 or 12 or 14 or 4 is, right? Okay, so the truth is a lot of clothes are designed to be frumpy. I know that sounds crazy. But a lot of clothes are designed to be frumpy, or at the very least, they're not designed with flattery in mind. In the last couple of years, there's been a huge resurgence and popularity of frumpy clothes that we used to laugh at 10 or 15 years ago as being just so frumpy are now really trendy. And a lot of the clothes in stores are just designed to be frumpy. They're kind of designed to be shapeless. They're kind of designed to make you look like you don't really care what you look like in the clothes. I mean, that is the honest truth. So this is my promise to you. If you stick to the end of this presentation, I am going to cover 3 key things that I'm going to teach you today. I'm going to teach you the Frumpy Five, 5 different things that you can identify in your clothes that can keep them from looking beautiful and flattering and make you feel confident, okay? I'm also going to talk about the 3 things you need to know about your body so that you can dress it properly. And I'm going to talk about how to spot the details on clothes that are instantly aging. There are some things that just instantly read older, read heavier, read shorter, add bulk where we don't want it, all of the things. So we're going to talk about all of that today. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. Okay. So I was always a fashionista, and by fashionista, I mean, I was always very, very interested, in style, always interested in style from the very, very beginning. I'm just going to show you just, exhibit A of me being interested in style from a very young age. Some of you may have seen the slide before, but that was me at, I don't know, 2, right after I cut my own hair. I somehow came upon a pair of scissors, cut my own hair off. That's why it's super, super short. But, I'm rocking the knee socks and the bloomers and the daisy print, right? Always interested in style from as long as I can remember. For me, it was always style and beauty and writing. Those were my things as long as I can remember. My mom, who's always been beautifully dressed, just knew that I had an interest that was next level. It was not like her interest, which was just, getting up and getting dressed every day. Like I was just genuinely interested in why women wore what they wore and how I could make the most of what I had through style. So naturally, if you're born interested in style, you go into a fashion career, right? So I became a fashion editor at 23. I was, the youngest fashion editor in Miami at the time. I was the editor of a fashion magazine, and the women and the people that wrote for the magazine were all like twice my age. But I was 23 years old running this magazine, my first job out of college. And let's just say that I was obsessed with trends. So from a young age, trends were where it was at for me, right? I was writing about fashion. I was writing about trends. Trends are cyclical. Whatever was new is what you wanted to wear, right? So working in the fashion industry, working as a fashion editor, as I did for several years, the focus was on wearing the very, very latest trends. It was not on what worked for your life. It wasn't on what worked for your body. It wasn't on what was flattering. It wasn't on creating this buildable wardrobe. It was about reinventing yourself season after season. So what do you call somebody who completely redoes their wardrobe season after season and wears whatever is trendy with no regard to how it actually looks on them? It's a fashion victim, right? So I really was a fashion victim. So, like my interest in style aside, if you're just interested in something without really studying it and what in the nuances of it and what makes it work and what makes it not work, you're just going to be a consumer. You're just going to be a shopper, which I was and still am, but now a very different shopper. But I bought everything and anything that was trendy. And sometimes they were crazy, especially for the setting that I was in, the small town that I grew up in. I had some crazy, crazy outfits. I'll never forget going to the mall with my mom and my aunt. I was like 14 years old. I was wearing like a Madonna inspired neon outfit. It was not revealing, but it was like really bright, really over the top. And my mom was like, "Oh, you're gonna wear that to the mall," in our small town. So, I hit a point when I turned 30, right around the time I turned 30, when I realized that I did not like anything in my wardrobe. Every couple of months, I would have this revelation. I hate my clothes. And I would run out and buy new trends, right? Because I thought it was, because they're not trendy anymore. And that's when I really started studying style as not just as a trend follower or a reporter, but as an art form and a way of expressing ourselves and flattering our bodies. And slowly started working with clients. I got certified as a stylist, and that's how my journey to style, to being a stylist and being a style writer began. So having worked now with I've done over 1,000 closets, thousands of shopping trips, worked with hundreds of clients over the years that I've been a stylist, I have learned now the fundamentals and the principles of helping other women and myself feel beautiful in our clothes. Now I have a wardrobe that is functional, it's fashionable, it's flattering, it supports my life rather than me working for the wardrobe. The wardrobe works hard for me. And so starting from a place where all I cared about was what was new, to now being in a place where I can share with other women what I've learned about really making the most of our wardrobe budgets, our bodies, our unique beauty, and enhancing our unique beauty through style it's been quite a journey. Okay, so let's move on. This is one of my sweet clients. Like I said, I've been so blessed to have worked with women from all over the world. Now, I know some of you guys, I love seeing where you guys are from. No, we'll never give up. Love that. Love that. This is a sweet friend and client. All of my clients become friends. Jamie, I've worked with her for years. She said she's really finally knowing how to put together outfits that look good on her body shape. She always just used to wonder why certain things didn't look good on her. And now she knows how to choose things that do look good, right? And it's about really having that radar and that focus where we know what's going to work for us. And that's what we go towards. Okay. This is another program member, Kath. Kath is all the way in Australia. Just love her. She created this image herself and shared it in the Facebook group. If you're not a member of my private Facebook group, it's the happiest place to be. But Kath did this before and after. Black is not Kath's most flattering color because she has this beautiful, delicate coloring, but she used to wear black basic pieces that just hid her beauty. And now, as you can see in the afters, she has a gorgeous wardrobe that really helps her look and feel her best every single day. And she has so many options in that wardrobe. She can get dressed. She's ready for anything. Another client, Catherine, who is also in my program, she was looking for those pieces that just kind of completed the fashion puzzle for her. And we've been working together for years now. She is just one of my favorite people and I've loved seeing her style emerge through the tools that are in the program. Okay, so these are some of the common style myths that are out there. I want to know if you've heard any of these. Style is for the young, style is for the skinny, and style is for the rich. And as we have all seen people who fall into each of those categories who still don't have style, we know that that's not true. Style is a way of showing up authentically as yourself. It's a way of expressing yourself through your clothes, and that's accessible to anybody. One of my style mantras is that personal style begins at 40, because that's really when we start to know ourselves. That's when we start to know ourselves. That's when we start to understand our bodies. Even though our bodies have changed, that's when we really start figuring things out. That's when we know what we like and what we don't like. And when we have the confidence, hopefully, and if you don't, we're working on it, we're going to get there, of saying, that's for me and that isn't. That says me and that doesn't. And not just following a trend, right? Not being a fashion victim. Okay, so now let's get into the frumpiness. What makes an outfit frumpy? What makes an outfit frumpy? I asked in the Facebook group today or was it yesterday, what makes certain women feel frumpy? And I've had all sorts of things, from tunics that don't define your waist to stretchy pants that don't stay up. I want to know, share in the comments, what makes something feel frumpy to you? How do you feel frumpy? What does it take for you to feel frumpy? And have you ever felt that way? What does it feel like? What is that like? What are you wearing when you feel frumpy? If you could close your eyes and just imagine yourself for a moment feeling frumpy in something. I know it's not a fun feeling, but what would you be wearing? Is it like a potato sack dress? Is it skinny jeans? Is it, what is it? Is it a top that's too tight and hugs your belly and kind of shows everything? What is it that makes you feel frumpy? Let me know in the comments. Something that's shapeless, Carrie. That's a good one. That's a good one. And honestly, that really, no one should be wearing anything that's completely shapeless. Nobody, even though stores will tell us otherwise right now, because there are so many clothes in stores that are completely shapeless. I want to know if we could find a single woman on the planet who is more flattered by shapeless dress. I would like to see that woman. I have yet to meet her. We all look good in clothing that has some shape. So I love that. If anyone else has any frumpy, bad fit on anything. Yes, Mary, that's huge. Blah color and baggy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And now you know why it's hard to shop right now, because I actually read the funniest article yesterday that said a lot of the clothes in stores are the color. And I apologize for saying this, but it's so funny. I have to share the color of baby poop. I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Why? Blah colors, shapeless silhouettes. That makes everyone look frumpy. I mean, I don't care if you're 20 years old and look like a supermodel. You're going to feel frumpy in some of those things. Things that are too small and too short, jeans that aren't flattering for your shape. Absolutely. Clothes that hang and have no shape, like tunics. Yep, Dawn, that's a really good one. Too big or too small clothes. Absolutely. Equally unflattering, Loretta. Shapeless. So things that are too short, too big, etc. Okay, so you said you feel like you're shapeless, so things that are too short, too big. So we'll talk about that in a second. So things that don't hit your hips at the right place. Very good. Really, really good. You guys are really zeroing in on what it is that makes you feel less than beautiful in your clothes. Okay, so let's go to the next. Do you ever feel stuck in a style rut? I know 2020 has been a rough year. I talked about it. Do any of these look like you? Are you like in your PJs all day and sweats and baggy t-shirts and leggings in shapeless, oversized clothes? Like, is that what you're spending most of 2020 wearing? Let's face it, 2020 is hard enough without us waking up in the morning, putting on clothes that make us feel dejected and like we've given up, and trying to tackle a day that way, right? It's so counterproductive. It's so counterproductive to get up, feel our worst, and then attempt to get things done, right? That's why, again, one of the reasons I'm so passionate about this. Let me know if you're stuck in a style rut. Just say yes if you are, why if you are, and if you're not in a style rut. Okay, so it's one thing to feel frumpy and sloppy clothes like sweats or clothes that you're gardening in or cleaning the house in, but it's because you're not trying when you're wearing those clothes, right? But it's another thing to feel frumpy when you're trying your best to look your best. That is really when it gets discouraging. If you're putting your best effort in there, wearing capri sweats and a tee right now. Okay, that's fine. I won't tell anybody, Sabrina. And that's fine. We just don't want to get stuck in a rut, right? And when we're really trying to look our best, when we have someplace to go and something to do and people to see, and we want to look and feel lovely, and we still can't figure out why we feel frumpy, that's when it gets really, really discouraging. And I see it every day. Okay, so success leaves clues, right? You've heard that before. Think of an outfit or an item in your wardrobe that makes you feel beautiful. Okay, describe the item. You can even describe it here in the comments. Describe it to me as if, I can't see the item, right? So describe it to me so that I can picture it. I want to be able to picture something that makes Sabrina, Sue, Loretta, Dawn, Kathy, Ann, Barb. I want to see something. I want you to describe something that if you put it on, makes you feel beautiful. If you don't have that in your wardrobe already, think of something that you've worn in the past that just made you feel spectacular, made you feel beautiful. And let me know what that is. Describe it. Just say, okay, what was it about this item that just made you feel like you were at your best? Like you just showed up in your best way and you laughed and it was just a wonderful evening or day or week or whatever, because you just knew that you looked your best. Okay. I want you to write those down for yourself. Now, if you guys do not have, I forgot to mention, if you don't have my workbook, you can watch the replay later and fill it out later, or you can print it out, fill it in along with me in this presentation. So you want to write down some of those things some of the adjectives that you would use to describe that outfit that made you feel beautiful. You get dressed every day. Love it, Mary. I love it. So important. Oh, thank you, Janet. Same clothes style because you have nowhere to go. A red dress. Okay. Yes, I get that, Tammy. A red dress, Cindy. Oh, red dress does it for me too. Look, there's a red dress on the screen too. Woohoo. So I want you to underline, describe that red dress, and I want you to underline what it is about that red dress that makes adjectives or whatever the details about that red dress that really make it special to you. A plum dress with, this is good, with a plaid accent stripe down one side, makes you look thinner, always get compliments on it. Awesome. So it's the stripe down a side, it's plum. You've got all these details, right, that you're looking at. Striped tee with skinny jeans really surprised you too. I love it. Love it, Mary. Love it. Okay. An iridescent prom dress, 2-piece. One was a corset, one was a long dress. Love it, Carrie. So these are things that made you feel and look beautiful. And I want you to really pay attention to those details. Underline those adjectives. Keep that in your workbook. Okay, so let's talk about the Frumpy Five. Teal cashmere long sweater with a V-neck. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I'm wearing a cashmere V-neck sweater too, Kathy. You're like twins. Mine's black. Okay, so the Frumpy Five, this is what I really want to dive into right now. What are the things about an item or an outfit that can make us feel frumpy? If we can't identify what they are, we can't do anything about it, right? So the Frumpy Five are fit, prints or patterns, styling, shape, and detail. Those are the Frumpy Five. Those are the things that when worn incorrectly or when you make the wrong choices with them can really make you feel frumpy, right? Okay, I'm going to show you some things that are actually at Nordstrom right now. These are talking about shapeless, talking about frumpy. I love Nordstrom, but with anywhere you're shopping, you've got to know the Frumpy Five so that you can make the choices when you're at the store to pick things that are going to make you feel beautiful. This is not one of them. This is a frumpy yet trendy dress, right? This is super trendy right now. It's like a corduroy dress. It's, it's got the buttons up to here. It's completely shapeless. I mean, this is not going to flatter. This is really just not going to flatter anybody. I don't know any. It doesn't even look cute on that cute model. Right? And when something doesn't look good on a model, it's probably a red flag. Okay, this is the frumpy yet classic dress. Oh my goodness. This is a dress that will make anybody, if you want to go to, if you're an actress and you want to be in a play and you want to play someone 20 years older, just put on this dress. Done. You are instantly 20 years older. The combination of details, the high neck, the sleeves, the pattern, the length, and the nude pumps all together are so instantly aging, right? Oh my goodness. Again, another dress that's in Nordstrom right now. Oh, this is the potato sack dress, the too hip to be flattering dress. This is for people who are like, I don't care. I don't care about flattery. I don't care if I look frumpy. Frumpy is hip. Frumpy is the new flattering. And I'm just going to wear this potato sack and I'm just going to be all hip about it. Like I said, frumpiness is a trend right now. This dress is proof, right? Doesn't do anyone any favors. And, honestly, if you don't care about looking your best in your clothes and you don't care about flattery, fine. You can pick a dress that looks like that. But oh my goodness, does that not resemble a potato sack, right? Okay. And then the hopelessly frumpy dress. This is a dress that is designed for women of a certain age and that has these cutesy little details and frumpy styling that can really, again, instantly age you. My 14-year-old daughter, if she wore this dress, she would look older. So, that's some of the stuff that we're up against in stores. These are all authentically items that are currently available in stores as of this past weekend. Okay, so let's talk about the first de-frumping your wardrobe strategy. Number 1, fit is not the main thing. It's the only thing. If you want to look beautiful in your clothes, they have to fit you well. And I know you guys are already ahead of me on that because that's one of the things that you mentioned in things that make you feel frumpy. They're shapeless. They don't fit well. They don't hit at the right place on the hip. They don't, they're overwhelming. They're just not flattering. And that's a fit issue, right? So a lot of frumpy outfits, even the ones I just showed in the previous slides, can be saved with a few tweaks and some artful tailoring. So she's essentially completely reconstructed this dress, right? She remade this dress. This is not my image. I found it on Pinterest. I wish if someone knows who this is, she is a genius. But she took this dress that is so overwhelming and so frumpy and made it into a really, really cute little casual dress, right? Basics. And the wardrobe essentials. If you don't have my fashion essentials over 40 wardrobe guide, definitely let me know. Send me an email after this or send me a direct message and I will send it to you. You should have it if you're a subscriber. It is on my downloads page. And in it, I really dive into wardrobe essentials, right? And wardrobe essentials are basics that are really the building blocks of your wardrobe. They can be frumpy or they can be flattering. It's the fit that makes a difference. So we have one on the left that adds 20 pounds easily to the model, that beige one. And then the one on the right that's more structured and really gives a beautiful shape to the wearer, right? Let's look at the length next. Same model, but what a difference. This is the same model. She looks 10 years younger in the picture in black and white than she does in the outfit on the left. I mean, that length, the details, all of those come together to really just make it much more potentially frumpy. At least for her. Could that length work on some people? Yes, but it doesn't work on her. And just the difference in the length and the proportion for her is shocking. Okay, let's look at proportions. This is Octavia Spencer. Amazing actress, super, super talented. Love her. I first discovered her in The Help, but I love her. So she's 5'2" and she's plus size. A lot of women can relate to her body type, right? And her body challenges. She's also in her late 40s. Now let's look at these two outfits and the dramatic difference in the outfit on the left, the navy suit, looks like a navy suit there, and the outfit on the right, that shapeless poncho thing that she's wearing over skinny pants. So in the outfit on the left, she looks proportional and beautiful and balanced and elegant and like she could run the world in that suit, right? On the right, looks like she's wearing a blanket. And it's beautiful. I mean, the colors are beautiful. Like you would look at that on the hanger and you'd say, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. But it looks like she's wearing a blanket. It's completely covering her up. It's accentuating the fact that she has a bigger body on the top than she does on the bottom. She has these slim legs, but she is, broader through the shoulders, has a fuller bust and a fuller belly. And all you see is this person who has so much more width and shape at the top than at the bottom, right? It doesn't do her any justice. We want to see you, in silhouettes that really bring out your beauty. On the left, that silhouette brings out her beauty. On the right, it doesn't. It completely covers her up with too much fabric, right? So much of the time when we are struggling with our weight, if we're going through a weight transition, if we feel like we have something to hide, we go for the option on the right, where we go for something baggy and shapeless because we feel like it's going to make us look slimmer. And as you can see, side by side, a beautiful plus-sized actress who happens to be petite, it doesn't do that. She looks a lot heavier in the outfit on the right than in the outfit on the left. Okay. Another key detail is understanding your vertical proportions. So how the top half of your body and the bottom half of your body relate to each other. Whether you have a short torso, a long torso, shorter legs, or longer legs, or whether you're more balanced. So looking at this outfit, this is someone who has a longer torso and they're wearing a longer top. And because of where the top hits them, their torso looks super long and their legs look shorter. Also, you don't see a waistline. It's just not as flattering of a silhouette, right? Then in the after picture, the check mark, this is from New York Magazine, by the way. I found this picture. I thought it was such a good illustration where it's belted at her natural waist. It puts her bottom and top half more in proportion. She's got the knee-high boots that really create an unbroken line between the skirt and the boots. So it lengthens her body further and it's just a much more flattering silhouette. So knowing your proportions, your vertical proportions is so key to really choosing silhouettes that are flattering and not frumpy. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hop on in and ask. So these are some fit before and afters. Sometimes it's the smallest things that can make a big difference. I think I mentioned in a previous workshop that Jennifer Aniston gets her t-shirts altered to fit. So it's not, she looks effortless. It's not effortless. Takes effort to look effortless. Takes initial effort at the beginning, picking the right things and having them made or altered to really suit you. So she has t-shirts altered to suit her so that she can have that relaxed, effortless elegance that we associate with her, right? So a lot of times it's the tiniest details that really make the difference between something being flattering and something being frumpy. So this blue dress, the waistline, taking that in a little bit, all of a sudden she goes from being a little shapeless through the waist to having a beautiful defined waistline. Same with that striped dress. It goes from being shapeless and really frumpy to being something that she can wear and pull out of her wardrobe and feel really beautiful in. Okay, so the Ageless Style Program, which is my signature program, it is something I'm so, so proud of. I spent years building it, working with clients. I'm constantly improving it. We are about to launch version 2.0 at the beginning of January, and I would love for you guys to join us. But it is the only style program that has a comprehensive 3-part body type analysis. So we look at your body in 3 ways. We look at your vertical proportions, we look at your horizontal proportions, which is your body shape, and we look at your body's features, right? Your bum or your bust or your tummy or your thighs, all of the things that you have to take into account when you're buying new clothes. That can sometimes be a challenge when it comes to looking and feeling your best. Okay, so I want to know how big a problem dressing your body plays in your day-to-day life. Is one of the reasons that you struggle with frumpiness or struggle with style at all or have struggled in the past, does it have to do with dressing that unique and beautiful God-given body? Say give me a why in the comments if dressing your body has ever been a struggle for you, if that's something that you identify with, if you have found it hard to dress your body. While I'm waiting, I'm going to tell you just a quick story. When I was 13, 14, I was long and very, very slim, to the point where I could not wear any of the cute clothes that my friends were wearing. By long, I mean relatively long, right? I was too tall for kids' clothes. I was too short and too skinny for juniors' clothes. And nothing off the racks fit me for years. Yes, it's such a common. Thank you, Judy. Nothing off the rack fit me for years. My mom literally had to make my jeans. She made my jeans. Thank God I had a mom who could sew, because nothing fit me. This is before stretch. This is the early 80s. Yes. That's the struggle, right? It's dressing our bodies. And I don't care whether you look at somebody and say, oh, she never has a problem. Like, she's easy. Like, that's so easy for her. Like, she can just wake up, roll out of bed, put something on, everything fits. There is not a single woman. I have dressed celebrities. I have dressed supermodels. There is not a single woman who looks good in everything and who fits in everything. Small top and large bottom, very common, Louise, very common. I being, short, having a very short torso and relatively long legs, and for a big chunk of my adolescence, not being able to fit in the cool clothes that my friends were wearing. I could not wear okay, I'm totally dating myself, but you guys, the Jordache jeans, the Calvin Klein jeans, I couldn't wear any of that stuff. Nothing fit me. I looked like, my options were wearing Garanimals or having my mom make me clothes. So my mom made me my clothes. Body shape is everything, your biggest challenge. It is every woman's biggest challenge. And that's why it's the very first module that we talk about and the one that we spend the most time on. Because if we can tackle dressing our bodies, everything else falls into place. Everything else becomes so much easier. Large all over with no waist and thick calves, long torso, short legs. Okay, so you are describing half of America, Sabrina. The rest of us have short torso and long calves or long legs, but it's such a common description and such a common body type. This is the thing that, we all think that we are uniquely impossible to fit. I have actually had clients tell me, oh my goodness, you have never seen a body like mine, and you're just not going to know what to do with my body. My body it's so hard to fit. It's so hard to flatter. And we are all unique, and we all have the things that come easily to us body-wise and the things that are more challenging. Your stomach is poochy now as you age. I hear you. You've had to redo your wardrobe. Oh, I'm so glad, Ellen. Oh my gosh. Thank you. So that body changing is huge. I'm going through menopause. I am maybe a little too much information, but totally seeing that spread that's happening in the middle. There's just so much. You have wide shoulders and a long torso. You can't wear horizontal stripes and shapes. Okay. Wide shoulders, long torso. Yep. So we all can describe ourselves in a couple of adjectives like that and say, that's the problem with my body, right? Your body is uniquely and wonderfully and beautifully made. And what is wrong is the fact that we are just all trying to go shop at a few stores and find clothes that are really going to just fit us perfectly. It's not us, it's not our bodies, it's the clothes. Your body is exactly the way that God wants it to be, and it's beautiful. And so my plan and my approach to body typing is really looking at the three elements of body type and giving you tools to make the most of what you have. It's not about hiding or camouflaging. It's really about bringing out your beauty through the silhouettes that you choose. And they make such a remarkable difference. So as you can see in that little illustration, these two women are both 5'9", dramatically different bodies. They're both tall and thin, right? But one is all in the legs, one is all in the torso. Okay, now let's go on to De-Frump your strategy number 2, wardrobe strategy number 2, picking the perfect prints. I did a whole YouTube video on prints. We've had so many conversations in the Facebook group about prints, but it's because prints are so critical. Picking a print that is not aging and that is flattering is so, so critical. Balanced torso to legs, but according to body proportions, your chin to bust is really long. Oh, that is a great problem to have, Janet. If your space from here to here is really long, you can wear fun statement necklaces. You can wear scarves all day long. You can wear higher collars. You can do some drama if you want. So I love that. But every single one of us is unique, right? Okay, so let's talk about prints. I want you to say, leave a P in the comments if you are a prints person, and an N in the comments if you're not a prints person. Or, oh, okay, P if you're a prints person, S if you're a solids person. Let's go with that. P for prints, S for solids. If you're a prints person, I want to show you. Thank you, Montez. It makes such a huge difference, doesn't it, to look at your body type and really understand it? Okay, so let's look at prints. I love prints. Everybody knows I love prints. Prints are dicey. They're scary because wrongly chosen, as in these three well-intentioned items, prints can make us look older, heavier, duller, solid, 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 no, solid, oh my gosh, all these solids, you guys, solids, but you like prints. Okay, prints. Okay, I've got a couple of prints people, Sue, Carrie, Kathy. Okay, so solids, prints, oh my gosh, hey, Kath. So prints are hard. They can add so much variety, so much interest, and most of all, so much personality to our wardrobes, but the wrong, both, I love it, Judy, the wrong print, as you can see, oh my goodness, do these not look like they could double as tablecloths? Oh my goodness, right? These are not flattering prints. Again, these are all things that are currently available for sale. All three of these tops were taken from a website that is aimed at women over 50. These women are shown laughing at the beach, hanging out with friends, doing all the fun and lifestyle things in clothes that make them look a good 30 years older. You don't know what to do with prints. Okay. Prints are, okay, so let's talk, those were the obvious frumpy prints. Let's talk about frumpy prints that are a little more subtle. The novelty print. The novelty print has like a conversational kind of print on it. Only novelty prints that are stylish are those that come from really high-end or really contemporary labels. They have to look really, really, really modern. If they don't look really modern, they read like this shirt as a little bit frumpy, okay? Loud prints. Why? Hey, I know, right? Hey, Jen. Hey, Linda. You rarely find solids. Aloha wear. Woohoo, Eileen. Well, you're in Hawaii, and Florida. We can do a lot of fun and funky prints. We've got tropical prints. We've got Hawaiian prints. We've got, Lily. But for some reason, prints that are big and splashy seem to be reserved exclusively for older women on a lot of websites. And a lot of these prints, you just have to choose. If you're not taking, your coloring and your contrast and all of that into account, you have to choose carefully. They always seem to appear on clothes for mature women. Okay, busy prints. Oh my goodness, this has so much going on. It's so muddled. It's hard to see the detail here, but like it's got lace and appliques and a print and florals and, camo. I don't know. There's like 650 things happening in this one dress. So brands seem to think that the older we get, maybe it's that our eyesight, I was joking with the group chat today, maybe it's that our eyesight is getting worse and we can't see as well. And so we need lots and lots of things going on in our clothes because otherwise we won't be able to find them. I don't know what it is. But that is the third style of frumpy prints. So if you want to look at prints, a novelty print from a contemporary label, you might not love these pants. These are funky. These are from J. Crew, but it can look fresh and quirky if that's your style rather than frumpy. But you have to choose your prints really carefully. They have to suit your personal style. They have to suit your coloring. They have to suit your scale. They have to suit all of the things. And that's why prints can be so tricky. Sunflowers or plaids, love that. A bold print from a contemporary designer can make a statement. This is super bold. Again, you may not love this print, but on the right woman, this is a modern print. So regardless of personal taste or preference or personal style, This is a modern print. So the difference between this and the prints I showed a few slides back is pretty remarkable, right? Another contemporary print. If you want a busy print, you need a print from a contemporary brand. So this is a kind of a busier print, but it looks modern. It looks fresh. It looks contemporary. And that's really what's going to separate one of the key details that separates the frumpy prints from the fashionable prints. When in doubt, and let's face it, there's a lot of room for doubt with prints, right? When in doubt, there are 3 foolproof prints that you can always turn to and know that you're going to look fashionable, not frumpy. They don't date and they don't age you. One is simple stripes. And by simple stripes, I mean, a stripe and a neutral, not like 52 different colors. That is a different conversation. But a simple stripe is classic. It's timeless. It doesn't go out of style. It will never age you, and it will never make you look or feel frumpy if the silhouette and all the other stuff is right. An animal print, leopard, zebra, classic animal print is never going to go out of style. It's not frumpy. It's not aging. It reminds you of Frida. I know. Didn't it remind you of Frida Kahlo? Yes, absolutely. Okay. And then a plaid. So a plaid is a classic print, especially this time of year, but a plaid is a classic print that is not frumpy and not aging. That said, there are bad examples in each of these. The prints themselves might be nice, but the silhouette might be off, right? Leopard anytime, me too. Okay, print picking tip number 1. When you're shopping a classic brand, pick a solid or very simple print. So these are both from a brand called Nick and Zoe. I really like Nick and Zoe, but with all classic brands that are aimed at women that are a little bit older, you have to be careful with the prints. At the left, that is a very conservative print from a conservative classic brand, and it looks aging. On the right, a subtly striped shirt looks contemporary and fresh. Same brand, same model even, I think. And look what a difference, right? Print picking tip number 2. If you are looking for something fun, statement making, trendy, you need to pick a print from a contemporary label. Do you guys know what the difference is between a contemporary brand and a classic brand? Contemporary brands are brands like Vince Camuto, Michael Kors, Halogen at Nordstrom, One State, J. Crew, Ann Taylor. Those are contemporary brands. Classic brands are brands that are like Not Your Daughter's Jeans is a classic brand. Cut from the Cloth is a classic brand. Talbot's is a classic brand. J. Jill, Chico's. White House Black Market is somewhere in the middle. So just to give you an idea of the difference between contemporary brands and classic brands. And a lot of department stores categorize them that way. So if you shop pieces that work for you from contemporary brands, you're always going to, not always, but most of the time going to have better luck finding things that are not frumpy. Okay, tale of 2 plaid tops. Here you go. One is a plaid top from a contemporary brand, the blue and white one. And then there's a plaid top from a brand called Foxcroft, which I really recommend staying away from for the most part. Most of their tops look like that. That is not cute on anybody. That is not cute on anybody. That is plaid gone wrong. Plaid gone wrong. So you've got this stylish, simple plaid top on the left, and then you've got this boxy, shapeless plaid top on the right. And it's just such a remarkable difference, right? Okay, so in the Ageless Style Program, we really get into prints. We talk about how to choose your best prints based on your coloring, your contrast level, your personal style, even your size, right? Your frame size. These are all things to take into account. Doesn't mean that every time you buy something printed, you need a PhD in prints to figure it out. No, it really is about training your eye to know why certain things are going to work on you and certain things aren't. And once you've got it, you've got it. And you can just run with it. Okay, de-frump your wardrobe strategy number 3. It's not what you wear, it's how you wear it. I cannot tell you how many times I've been in a dressing room with a client or in her closet and she's been trying on things and she puts something on and she's like, see, this is awful. It's awful. It's shapeless. It's awful on me. It just looks horrible. And I'm like, well, you literally just threw it on. You didn't do anything to it. You didn't style it. And when we look at celebrities or anybody whose style we admire, any women who look beautiful and pulled together, their clothes are styled. They didn't just put them on. They did something to them after they put them on to make the outfit look finished and complete and beautiful, right? So we can't just throw on clothes usually and just expect them to look great just like that. Usually it takes a little bit of tweaking. So we don't just wear clothes, we style them. So styling tip number 1, consider a tuck or a tie. I want to know, tell me in the comments if you tuck or you leave your shirts out. Just let me know, say tuck or tie if you tuck or tie your shirts. I want to know if you've ever tried tucking or tying. Again, same model from Nick and Zoe in the Easy Days tank, I think they call it. The first one, she's just leaving the tank out. The second one, she's tying it. Look at the difference it makes in her waistline. She's even standing straighter. I'm just going to say maybe she felt cuter in the second option than the first option because it definitely looks cuter. You're a tuck. So what a difference it can make to decide where we want our bodies to be highlighted, what we want to accentuate with a tuck or a tie. Tuck, tuck, tie, both out, tuck. So depending on your vertical proportions, depending on your torso length, depending on other features of your body, you may find it more flattering to leave things out, or you may find it flattering to tuck or to tie. But always try. Try a few ways until you figure out what works best for your unique body. Typically out, tuck, trying tuck, but if it doesn't help with your tummy. Okay, so one little trick I recently learned from a friend: if you tuck in from the side, so the top, both sides of your top, and leave this half moon shape. I keep promising to show. I'll show an image of this in the Facebook group. This half moon shape that will define your waistline without showing your stomach. So just a little tip there on tucking or tying. So out because of the belly. Recently, tuck in on the sides. Yay, Janet. So Janet is doing that trick. So you can tuck in just the sides if you've got a belly and see how it works. It may not. And it may with some tops and it might not with others. But if you're finding that something feels a little frumpy or shapeless or baggy, try it, right? Worst you can do is it doesn't work and you untuck it. Styling tip number 2, cuffing, rolling, or pushing up your sleeves. You belt a lot. That's awesome, Dawn. Another great way of defining that waistline. Now you have the confidence to tuck. Yay, Sarah, tuck. Okay, look at the difference in the before and after of this image. Again, this is from New York Magazine, but I just loved this illustration. I think this outfit is stunning. But in the second picture, first picture, she's wearing those flowy sleeves, which are trendy and they're fine. And she's wearing the coat open and not belted. Second picture, she has it belted and she has the sleeves pulled up. If you notice, I shared a picture of myself in an outfit in a red jacket from Friday night, and I wore those sleeves pulled up. I'm a little cold now, but my sleeves are almost always pulled up or cuffed or rolled. Almost always, because if you can see this part of your body, you're going to look slimmer. Almost all women are going to be flattered by showing a little bit of this part of their arms. So cuffing, rolling, pushing up your sleeves, that's a critical or crucial difference in the first and second picture. And then she defined her waist, right? 10 Otta belts, woohoo! Aren't they the best? Otta belts are the best. Oh my gosh, Linda, I love you. 10 Otta belts. Okay, if you guys want to look up Otta belts, they're amazing. ADA. Styling tip number 3, unbutton your top in the right setting. Granted, if you're in a corporate setting, you may not be able to unbutton as much as she did on the right. And you may never want to unbutton as much as she did on the right if it's, for modesty's sake, but just unbuttoning a little. What a difference. Beautiful model, slim, lovely. But in the picture on the left, she looks stuffy. And the picture on the right, she looks elegant, relaxed, effortless, like something Jennifer Aniston would wear, right? The thing also about buttoning all the way up to here and having something very, especially after a certain age, it makes us look prim and proper and matronly, right? And it can highlight our neck, which, let's face it, our neck is, it becomes a challenge as we get older. We don't want to draw a line around our neck so that everyone is looking right here at the part of our neck that's not super flattering, right? So if you draw the eye downwards to the clavicle, every woman has a beautiful, beautiful clavicle here. It's so feminine to show the bones here, maybe have a little pretty necklace in there that's delicate. Just so feminine. It's such a feminine part on a woman, right? So styling tip number 3, unbutton your top in the right setting. Okay, learning how to style clothes to flatter your unique body, including using styling tips to lengthen your legs, minimize a larger bust, make your waist look smaller. These are all things that happen after we get dressed. Yes, choosing the right item is really important, but then you really want to add to that by styling the item so that it flatters you. Okay, de-frump your wardrobe strategy number 4. Choose clothes to suit your shape. Don't try to change your shape to suit your clothes. Oh my goodness, it's not you, it's the clothes, right? Your shape is the way it is, and what you need to do is find clothes that really bring out its best. So let me go over the shapes, some of the shapes that I use in the Ageless Style Program. So these are from the Style Dial. If you guys have heard it, you may have, if you've already been in my program, you may have a number that you associate with your Style Dial. Now we are using colors instead of numbers. So I'm going to use both terms here so you know what I'm talking about. But flattering your shape is really all about geometry. It's about, if you want to accentuate a curve, you can add a curved line. If you want to downplay a curve, you can add a straight line, right? It's about accentuating your geometry. So in the same way that if I was going to pull my hair back and you're going to look at my face, you would say, well, her face goes in here. So the earrings kind of fill in the gaps on the side of her face. We do the same thing with clothes. We can use clothes like if you've got more shape in the lower half of your body, somebody mentioned that they have a curvier lower half, then you can make your top half appear a little bit broader, therefore balancing your entire body, right? It's really about looking at your body in a geometric way, in an objective way, and deciding how best to flatter it through the clothes that you pick. Okay. The Style Dial, this is the system that I use. These are the beautiful silhouettes and the colors that really can help you zero in on silhouettes that work for your body. You get a styling cheat sheet that will show you for your body what the silhouettes are that are really going to work for it. So Style Dial Red. Style Dial Red is a Style Dial 1. I had to, verify, but a Style Dial 1 is a classic hourglass. Hips and shoulders are about the same and waist is defined. That's a Style Dial Red. So you can see in that silhouette of that woman, if you put the arrows down from the shoulders to the hips, they are roughly the same and she's got a defined waistline, right? Style Dial Orange is somebody who has narrower shoulders, smaller upper half, and more shape in the lower half of their body. The bum, hips, and thighs are where their bone structure is and where their shape is. That's a Style Dial Orange, otherwise known as a Style Dial 2. Okay, Style Dial 3 is a straighter body type. A lot of supermodels are Style Dial 3s because they can wear so many different cool silhouettes. Style Dial 3 is proportional through the hips and shoulders as well, but the waistline is less defined. It's undefined. So that's a Style Dial Blue. Okay, Style Dial Purple, that is a 1-3 body type. So this is a Style Dial 1 who, like me, as she's gotten a little older, her waistline has widened a little bit and her waist is not as defined. It's still defined, but it's not as defined. So Style Dial Purple is someone who's proportional through the hips and shoulders and with a slightly less defined waist. Style Dial Green is someone who has that curvy lower half. Hips, bum, and thighs are curvier, but their waist is less defined than a Style Dial Orange. So an undefined waist and a curvy lower half. That's a Style Dial Green. Okay, so these are the body types. This is just one of the many aspects that we look at when we really do a thorough body type analysis in the Ageless Style Program. So it's really such a useful tool to be able to say, okay, now I know why certain things work for me and certain things don't work for me based on my Style Dial color. Okay, are there things that are universally flattering to everybody? There are a couple, more than on this little illustration, but 2 things that are really universally flattering are an A-line skirt and a fit and flare dress. Those are 2 things that are, all other details being equal, all the other details being flattering, those are going to be universally flattering, right? A-line skirt and fit and flare dress look good on pretty much everybody. But wait for it, except for these. There's always an exception, right? Because, oh my gosh, an A-line stiff skirt in denim with all that stuff going on, that is not going to be cute. That's not going to be cute on almost anyone. It's like wearing a tent on the lower half of your body, right? And then a frumpy fit and flare dress. again, high neck, very prim pattern, the length, all of those details really add up to a style that is not contemporary and therefore reads as aging and reads as frumpy, right? Okay, so far we have talked about body shape, we have talked about prints, we have talked about fit. Tell me in the comments below what has been your takeaway so far. Like if there's one thing that you have just learned that you're like, oh, I had a little aha moment. I want to know. Let me know in the comments what your aha moment has been so far. Okay, it's not about your size, it's about your shape. This is something that I talk about over and over and over again. Your style dial color does not change according to your size because we're talking about your bone structure. We're talking about the fixed part of your body, which is your structure, your skeleton, your actual body shape. We're not talking about the curves that you have over it or the skin that you have over it. So because we're talking about your actual silhouette, your body type does not significantly change. Your style dial color does not change over the course of your life. That's why you don't need to wait to lose the weight. You don't need to wait to lose the weight to start working on your style. I can't tell you how many times I've seen style serve as a catalyst and women really start losing weight after they figure out what makes them feel and look their best, and they start dressing their best, the weight starts coming off. Oh, the contemporary. Okay, awesome. How to choose prints, contemporary prints. Love it. Thank you. So your style dial doesn't change when you lose weight, and you don't need to wait to lose weight to start working on your style. If anything, it will really be a tool that you can use to start that journey. Love it. Styling clothes after putting them on, how to choose prints. Okay. Contemporary versus classic stores and brands, new shape, moving back to old shape. Yes. Okay. I love it. Thank you guys. This is awesome. Okay. So understanding your body type takes the guesswork out of choosing styles and silhouettes that flatter you. You learn to shop with confidence. You learn to shop with confidence. So when you can go into a store or go onto a website, as most of us are doing these days, and not be overwhelmed by the array of items that you're seeing, but instead say, you know, this is this area over here. This is my area. This is what's going to work for me. Thank you, Kathy. This is what's going to work for me. And this over here, I'm going to stay away from that because I've been there, done that, and I know it doesn't work. Knowing what to go for is so key when it comes to looking and feeling your best and shopping with confidence. And really, how many clothes do you have in your closet right now that still have tags on them? I can't tell you how many closets I've been in where women have had like a quarter of their clothes with the tag still on or virtually unworn. And why? It's a lot of times it's because one of two problems. You're either shopping for a lifestyle that you don't have, you're shopping for dressy clothes when you've got a soccer mom lifestyle, or you're shopping for clothes that don't flatter you. And so you bring them home, you know something's off about them, and you never end up wearing them. Yeah. Thank you, Anne. It does. It saves so much time and money when you can learn to shop with confidence, when you know what you're looking for. You know, have you ever seen, this is going to be a bad analogy, but like people who don't go to grocery stores very often, like, or if you go to a brand new grocery store and you're kind of looking around and you're like, I don't know where anything is. Where do they keep the bread? Where are the eggs? Like all of the stuff. That's the way a lot of women feel in department stores when they walk in, but they're so overwhelmed because there's so much to choose from and they don't know what they're looking for. So knowing what you're looking for changes everything. Need to style clothes to look put together. Putting on clothes alone isn't going to cut it. Absolutely. De-Frump your wardrobe strategy number 5. Details, details, details. So in the same way that we talked about how it's essential to style an outfit in order to make it look polished and pulled together, and that cute outfits don't just happen like that. The next thing I want to talk about is really looking at the details on an item and determining if those details are dated and therefore aging or if they're contemporary. And really, there's a theme here, right? There are things that are contemporary, and then there are things that are frumpy. And that's really what the opposite is. Okay, frumpy problem number 1. I call it, but wait, there's more. You know those infomercials where at the end, but wait, there's more. for some reason, brands that cater to women of a certain age, I hate that expression, but it's the only thing I can think of right now, cater to older women, will put every single tchotchke design element and embellishment on an item that they can fit on at a time. Oh my goodness. How over the top are these items? How overly embellished and overly decorated are these pieces? They have so much going on, and they instantly add bulk, but they also don't look at all contemporary, and so instantly aging. So too much detail, too much dated detail on an item of clothing can really, really age you. These are the things that if you wear them, are going to instantly add 10 years. Seriously, just immediately. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dated details. These are things that were in style at one point. At one point, maybe were super, super cute and looked great, but don't anymore. So this hemline on the dress on the left, the bandage style dress. Bandage style dresses have not been in style for a while. Not that many women are going to reach for that specific, very body conscious dress, but I can't tell you, there are a ton of bandage style dresses in stores right now. It's just a trend that has passed. So when we wear old trends, it's better to stick with tried and true classics than to hold on to trends from 5 or 10 years ago. They will instantly age us. And then the worst offender are those jeans with the heavy white top stitching and all the detail on the pocket. The early 2000s jeans, they have so much going on, and they're just not trendy anymore. Problem number 3, unflattering details. So first is a tunic that's shapeless, and it has this band of lace at the hem. Now, some people can wear a band of lace at the hem. A lot of people can't. If you've got shape in your hips, that detail at the hem is really, really not going to be flattering. The second one is like a muumuu with no sleeves. It's completely shapeless, that second tunic. And it's got like extra fabric that's stiff. So, what's great about that top is that you and a friend can both wear it at the same time because it's so wide that you could both fit into it. But, oh my goodness, super unflattering, right? And then that tunic with the flap at the bottom like that. One YouTuber that I listen to, that I'm friends with, Busby Style, she calls that the crotch framing tunic. There's no nice way of putting that. It's just a tunic that highlights, like why? That's not cute. That's not cute. So those are details that are unflattering on most women. Cardinal rule of flattery. Don't point where you don't want someone to look. Don't point where you don't want people to look, right? In the same way that, sometimes we're prone to, like, if someone stops by our house and it's messy, we're like, oh, excuse the mess all over the kitchen counter, and we're pointing it out, right? We do the same thing with our clothes, where by putting details or highlighting parts of our body or parts of our face or parts of whatever that we don't want to draw attention to. So if you don't love your neck, don't wear a choker or wear something high necked. Don't love your belly, don't wear something that is tight around the belly area. You don't love your bum, don't put a lot of embellishments on the back pockets of your pants, right? Don't point where you don't want someone to look. This lovely tunic says, check out my hips. Woohoo, I have hips. Look at my hips. That's what that says. It's black on the top and big white band at the bottom. If you've got a very straight body type, which this model actually does have a straighter body type, then you could possibly get away with this, but I've seen cuter looks. But anybody who has shape on the lower half, avoid a tunic that's darker at the top and lighter at the bottom, right around the hips, right? Check out my hips. Look at my bum. That's what those pants say. Check out my bum. If you really like your bum, I still wouldn't wear those pants because they're out of style. But if you still like your bum, sure, have some detail on the bum. But for most women, if you don't want to point that part of your body out, don't put details and designs there where people are going to look, right? Don't miss my tummy. Oh my goodness. So no matter how slim we are, look how slim that model on the left is. She is super, super slim, but you can still see like little bumps of skin in that white top. It's skinny. The top is skinny and long and white. Like she couldn't eat a jelly bean without it showing through that top, right? Right? And then the picture on the right, these are all current pictures. I found all of these in the last week or so. Why? Why would she have to wear a fitted top like that if it's not flattering on her? In the woman in the left in purple is, or right in purple, sorry, my right anyway, is beautiful. She's beautiful. And if she wore a top that just had a little bit extra wiggle room between her skin and the fabric, oh my goodness, she'd look beautiful. You would be like, look at that gorgeous woman. But instead, all you can do in this top is look at her tummy, right? And she's beautiful. She's a model. But that's what happens when we choose details or clothing that doesn't fit properly. It's just not flattering. Cardinal rule of flattery. Next cardinal rule of flattery. I know I have a couple. Trends are not always your friend. Trends are not always your friend. I just posted on Instagram a little while ago about how we need trends more as we get older, and it's true because contemporary clothes are really what's going to keep us from looking frumpy. That said, that doesn't mean all contemporary clothes. Nobody can wear everything. And if there are frumpy styles in stores, doesn't mean that you should wear them just because they're the trends. Still, understanding our body type, understanding our coloring, understanding all the things, going into a store or going onto a website with that information, we'll be able to make choices that really help bring out our best. Ugly and unflattering are styles, are key trends right now. Those words are key trends right now. Ugly and unflattering clothes, you will find them in stores. These are clothes designed to make you look older, heavier, and less attractive. I showed you some of the examples, the tent-like dresses. There's a lot of really unattractive, trendy stuff in stores right now. I'm going to show you a couple of examples, all from Nordstrom pretty much. Frumpy trend number 1, the granny dress. Oh my goodness. Please, at all costs, avoid the granny dress, right? It's got a Little House on the Prairie print and a Little House on the Prairie shape. Oh my goodness. That dress, that Free People dress, the darker dress, that dress could, like literally all of us could basically make a dress out of the fabric it took to make that one garment. So granny dress, not flattering on anybody who could actually conceivably be a grandmother like us, right? Like, I mean, even anybody over 40, and honestly, I don't even think it looks good on a 20-year-old supermodel, as you can tell from that picture. Frumpy trend number 2, the schoolgirl look. Not only does this really highlight this part of your neck, but these details are too, and I think they're adorable. I really think these pieces are adorable, but they're frumpy after a certain age. They're too cutesy. And when you wear something that looks really cutesy and really young like that, it has the opposite effect of making us look younger. It makes us look older. Like if I were to wear a little schoolgirl dress, people would be like, oh, she's not exactly a schoolgirl anymore, right? Rather than saying, oh my gosh, she looks beautiful or elegant or whatever, they would say, oh, that's not working. Okay. Clunky shoes. Oh my goodness. Clunky shoes. Does that mean we can't wear sneakers or comfortable shoes? Absolutely not. But take the whole outfit into account and keep in mind that shoes are an essential part of flattery and of finishing an outfit. And these are all really going to be hard to style and hard to be. I know. It's literally it's not your granny style, it's your great grandmother's. Yeah, I know. So again, just because it's in style doesn't mean we need to wear it, right? Otherwise, you end up like I was back in my 20s, a fashion victim. Also potentially frumpifying, but some of these items can work in certain situations and if they fit properly and if, all other details are correct. The mom jean, the elastic waist. I love elastic waist as much as the next person, but if it's a really obvious wide elastic waist on some things, it's going to add bulk there. Midi skirts and dresses can be frumpy. Not always, but they can be. Some tiny florals, not always. I love florals, but some florals, tiny florals can be frumpy. Pantyhose that are really thick in colors that are not natural. Those, if your legs don't match the rest of your body, that is going to be a potentially frumpy look, right? I mean, obviously, medical reasons for wearing some of these things aside, those aren't going to be things that you want to choose if you want to feel and look your best, okay? Proceed with caution. Another cardinal rule of flattery, don't shop old categories. Can you guys share in the comments, tell me what you think an old category of clothing is? Can you think of what an old category of clothing might be? Clothes that are just for old women. Like what comes to mind when you think of clothes for older women? Is there something that comes to mind that you're like, well, They just designed that for us because we're older. Is it, I don't know, comfort shoes? Is it support hose? What is it? What is it that makes you think older? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Don't hold your breath, because here it is. There are 3 categories of clothes that are marketed almost exclusively to older women. Broomstick skirts. Ooh, that's a good one. The tunic, the capri. Ooh, broomstick skirts, tunic, crop pants. You guys, I don't even, my work here is done. My work here is done. You guys nailed it. Yes. So muumuus, elastic waist pants, patio dresses, tunics. Yeah. Jersey tops. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. So this is the thing. The tunics, capris, and overshirts. Are there examples of tunics, capris, and overshirts that are trendy and hip and cool? Absolutely. But for duster robes, yes. You might as well just wear a blanket, right? Tunic, capri, and sheer overshirts are 3 things that really started in the older market, and sometimes younger people borrow them and make them trendier, but they're still essentially mature silhouettes. So let's examine. So here, old category number 1, the tunic. Woohoo! Look at that pink tunic with a piece of fabric hanging down with the plaid on it. That is so mature and so frumpy. The tunic on the right is a really high-end tunic from a designer, and that is something that could be, when worn by the right person, can look contemporary and fresh and cool. Examples are in your closet. That's so funny. So old tunic versus young tunic. Can you see the difference? So yeah, they borrowed an older silhouette with a tunic and made it look fresh and contemporary. But a tunic on most women is still going to read as more mature, right? Let's look at the next. Capris, crops, and pedal pushers. Oh, for the most part, these are going to shorten your legs, make you look shorter and wider. They just are, for the most part. Unless they hit at the exact right length, something that we talk about in my program, but unless they hit at a really flattering length, they can really, the pair on the left, the hand in the pocket, I don't know, or the white one, you know what I mean? And the awkward length, little slit. She's got an elastic, stretchy waistband. Former tuna queen right here. And this is the thing. We are buying those clothes because we're told that they're flattering. We're buying those clothes because we're told that they're flattering, and they're not. So you can see that's a model, and she still looks frumpy in the white pants. And the navy pants, that's a contemporary, cool, what they're calling crops right now, cooler version of a pant like that. So it was borrowed from an older silhouette. Okay, sheer overshirts or jackets. So they like to put sheer, especially for evening wear, they like to put sheer layers on top of everything for older women because they know that a lot of times we become self-conscious about our arms. But instead of wearing an actual sleeve, you wear something that looks like, look at me, I'm trying to hide my arms, right? So that's what this purple thing on the left is doing. It's like, oh, look, it's sheer, but I'm trying to. So a kimono is a much more modern and contemporary and cool way to conceal your arms and still wear something sleeveless if you want that coolness. But these little sheer layers, I don't quite know what they're designed to do, are not flattering and are instantly aging. If you want to do sheer, the picture on the right, that's a contemporary way to do a sheer look. You can do a sheer blouse over a cami or over a tank, and that's a much more contemporary look than the floaty, like handkerchief things that they put over evening clothes for older women. So what if you only wore clothes that you love? Okay, let's face it. All of these things, these frumpy categories that we talked about, are things that we have all struggled with or have seen our friends struggle with, things that we have tried and have not worked and have been discouraged by. What if you could really only wear clothes that you love? What if everything in your wardrobe you loved and you wore and you enjoyed wearing and you couldn't wait and look forward to wearing? If you wear things you adore, you just look better. You definitely feel better, right? If you wear things you love, you have a spring in your step, you feel like you can take on the world. Okay, so let's talk really quickly. what should these areas that we covered? We talked about fit, we talked about body shape, we talked about frumpy silhouettes, we talked about contemporary versus classic. We covered a lot. We talked about prints. Which of these areas has been your biggest struggle? I know that you all said body is, if body is still your struggle, I get it, because it's so many women struggle. But is there something else here that maybe you've also been challenged by or found to be a struggle, and that's shown up again and again in your closet and has really stopped you from feeling cute in your clothes? Wouldn't that be a happy day, right? If you opened up your closet and you're like, oh, I love all of you. Everything fits. Everything is cute on me. Everything makes me feel pretty. I'm going to have a West Side Story moment. I feel pretty. You don't want me to sing. Okay. So how does it make you feel when you walk into your closet right now? Is your closet peaceful and organized and calm? Is your closet stressful? Is it cluttered? Is it half filled with clothes that you don't wear, clothes with tags on them, clothes that don't fit you, clothes that are too big, clothes that are too small? Is everything in your wardrobe 5 sizes too small, and every time you walk into your closet, you're reminded that you put on weight and you feel like you're punishing yourself by having those clothes that don't fit in your wardrobe? You deserve better than that. You deserve better than feeling sad and feeling bad every time you walk into your wardrobe. That breaks my heart. I had a client who literally did not leave the house for months on end because she had outgrown her clothes and refused to buy new ones. So every day she would walk into her closet and she would look at her beautiful clothes, and she would walk back out in her PJs or her sweats or her loungewear and not get dressed and not go anywhere. This is pre-quarantine, not go anywhere because her clothes did not fit her. And she felt like the way to shame herself or to force herself to lose weight would be to not buy new clothes. I will tell you that the opposite is true. Feeling good about yourself is a catalyst for other things in your life happening, meeting other goals in your life, including weight loss. Trying to coordinate to make it easier to dress each day. Love that. You find it frustrating, Judy. I get it. It is such a common challenge. So do you have a plan to improve, and what have you tried already? So many women, we were talking today in the group chat, lots of clothes you don't wear. We were talking today in the group chat about subscription boxes and about personal shoppers at department stores and all of those things. And those are great tools. They're great resources. But none of them will work if you don't know what works on you. And if you don't start with you don't start with what's in your closet, what you look like, how your body wears clothing, what your best silhouettes are, what your best colors are, which prints are going to bring out your beauty. If you don't start with that and self-knowledge and understand yourself better than anybody else understands you, you're not going to be able to choose from any box that comes in or at any selection that a personal shopper picks up for you at a store. You're never going to be able to determine what to keep and what to hold, what to let go of. You won't have that information to make those decisions that are going to make you less frustrated. Weather controls most of what you wear. You're too hot for most clothing, and get that totally. Trying to coordinate new clothes so you match. I love that, Kathy. So what have you tried already? Have you tried subscription boxes? Have you tried personal shopping services? Let me know in the comments if you've tried what you've tried in the past to really tackle the challenge of getting dressed every day. So let me know if any of you have ever experienced the frustration of going into a store and leaving with a lot of things and not wearing them later, having them just hang in your closet, or walking into a store and walking out again and saying, I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't want any of those things. None of those things work for me. Shapeless. Let her keep her toss. I get that. That's self-limiting. Yes. Having the space. Cleaned out your closet. Now it's there. Fits me. So that's progress. Great progress. So you only really need to continue to stick around if you wear clothes every day. If you don't wear clothes every day, this isn't for you. You probably have been bored through this whole presentation. The rest of us have to get up, put on clothes every single day. Okay, you don't want the varicose knee. So there are, in my opinion, there are alternatives to capris that are going to give you that same coverage and still look a little bit more contemporary if you want them. You leave empty-handed. Yeah, so frustrating, so frustrating. Okay, I feel like we are called and we are designed to be confident and feel beautiful. So why wait another day, right? Why wait another day? Why waste? Stitch Fix, you have a lot you don't wear. Some still have the tags on them. Yep. You belt what you used to wear without a belt. Awesome. Stop buying. You need to have this clothes. Perfect. perfect, because if it doesn't work for your lifestyle and your shape, you don't need to have it, right? So I hear that from a lot of women who've tried Stitch Fix and similar services. Are they good services? Absolutely, but only once you know what you're looking for, right? Okay. Imagine that you're able to create a beautiful outfit every evening, because I think it should happen in the evening, and wake up the next morning excited about what you're going to wear the next day. Showing up as your best self, feeling confident, feeling beautiful every single day, whatever you're doing, whatever you're wearing. Everything in your closet fits and flatters you, makes you feel beautiful. You have lots of options and simple outfit formulas that you can use on repeat to create effortless looks every single day. Your hair and makeup routine is effortless and pretty and practical. You have a system for choosing everything, a system for choosing everything from your lipstick to the perfect dress. Speaking of system, I'm going to show you my Ageless Style system. So this is how we unlock Ageless Style. We can go from, feeling frumpy at the beginning and then really kind of going through a system. It really is a tried and true step-by-step process that I take people through that can really take you from feeling frustrated to feeling really, really beautiful in your style. So I call it the Ageless Style system. There it is again. So we start with really understanding your body, loving your body type, understanding your body, the 3 different ways that we look at your body. Then we talk about the colors that are really going to bring out your beauty. There are colors that hide us and colors that make us feel absolutely gorgeous. And really choosing a color palette for your wardrobe where things can mix and match and be effortless. Then we're going to talk about dressing your age, lifestyle, personal style. We're going to talk about conquering your closet, creating outfits and capsule wardrobes, shopping with confidence online and off, accessorizing with ease, and then finally beauty, because that's the icing on the cake. Your portrait is what most people see about you, and that's on you, and that's really it's such a critical part of looking and feeling our best, is having that polish that comes with hair and makeup looking pretty, right? Okay, so this is a little snapshot of the inside of the Ageless Style program. This is module 1, the body type module. There is a clothing cheat sheet. There are downloads, there are videos, and I personally go in there and I do all of the analyses for everybody. So I'm the one who, this is very, very hands-on for me. I work with each of you to really figure out your body type, figure out your coloring, figure out all of those things that are key building blocks for your style. This is my Ageless Style program. Oh, I love these women, the Facebook group for the Ageless Style program. This is the warmest, most incredible community of women I have ever had the privilege of working with. We did a workshop, a color workshop last week. This is us in our color workshop. We did it in Facebook Messenger rooms. It was amazing. I will tell you, I got choked up talking in the group chat today about these women. They are the most just inspirational, loving, incredible, kind, just all of the things. And, the only thing missing from that community is you. If you are just a genuinely nice person who genuinely wants to work on your style while encouraging other women, then this is the place for you, because we have the best time and these are the best people. I feel so blessed that during this trying year, I had the luxury of looking forward to group chats with some of the nicest people I've met all over the world a couple of times a week. We do a group chat. This is part of the program. We do a group chat a couple of times a week where we all talk to each other. We all interact with each other. We ask questions. People, you can bring things, you can share. We're going to do workshops starting in January in the same format. And I do a live video every week, in addition to just being in the Facebook group day in and day out, answering your questions. Okay, so this is the Ageless Style program. I'm so proud of it, because I have seen how many women it's helped, and I feel like so blessed to just be a part of that as your style cheerleader, style mentor, style friend. This is kind of what's included in the program. If you have ever spent money on clothes that you have not worn, if you've ever run to a store in a panic because you had an event that came up and spent too much on something that didn't work, consider pushing pause on shopping and starting January in a new way. It's 2021. It's going to be 2021. Don't we need 2021? Thank you, Sherry. Don't we need 2021? We all so desperately need a fresh new start. We're going to start in January with the sweetest, most amazing group of women from all over the world who are working on their style. And we would love for you to join us, just love for you to join us. And again, if you've ever wasted money on clothes that don't work, if you've ever felt frustrated or stuck, if you're currently feeling like I'm overwhelmed by what I have, or with the process of really figuring this out, and I could use some support, just push pause on shopping for 2 months. Give me 2 months. You will make the money back. I promise you. In money that you save, not buying things that you don't wear. So, in addition to the 8 modules that I just went over, we have the group coaching, the live workshops that we do, the group chats, the live video. I do a one-on-one style consultation with you. You get virtual color swatches that you can keep on your phone that are amazing, that you can use them to pick anything from makeup colors to clothing colors and really just help you shop with more confidence. And you get lifetime access. You are in the Facebook group for life. You've got the program for life. You have access to everything in that program for life. And I've done a lot of research on other style programs. I just haven't found one that is as affordable and as comprehensive as this one. So this is nuts to bolts, right? So I have a special offer through the holidays. It's $347, so it's $50 off, and you can do 3 payments also of $137. So if that makes it more comfortable for you, really don't want anybody to not do this because of budget. I really try to make it as affordable as possible. Thank you, Montez. Thank you so much. Some of my sweet people are here. I just love them. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, I really have intentionally kept this program really affordable while adding things to it. I will be adding so much more in the next couple of weeks as I get ready to open up Ageless Style 2.0. So 2.0 is what we're starting in January. We're starting it together. Enrollment is open now. I have women signing up. This offer just runs through the holidays, so it is a limited time offer. And I also can only take a certain number of people because I work so closely one-on-one with you guys, and I don't want to shortchange anybody. So once it's full, and then you'll have to wait until I open it up again. And so if this is something that's on your heart, if it's something that you think, oh my gosh, I would really rather than asking for another dress or another accessory for Christmas, I'd really rather have the gift of understanding myself better than I ever have before for Christmas, I would encourage you to check it out. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you. I really love the women that I have been blessed to work with in this program. And I am so eternally grateful that I've been able to do this, and that I get to do this every day with you guys. So again, I loved sharing with you and talking with you about really the things that might be bringing you down, might be making you feel less than confident and less than beautiful in your clothing. I feel like regardless of whether this program is for you or not, I feel like you all deserve, every single one of you deserves to wake up every morning recognizing your beauty and your value, and that you were made in the image of God, right? And so I'm going to get choked up, but I just love what I get to do. I feel so blessed that I get to support and cheer women on through this program. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to hop on and chat with you. Book a discovery call with me. A discovery call with me is like chatting with a friend about your style. And I can tell you honestly, if this is a good fit for you, or if it's not, if there's something else that I think will work for you better, I will absolutely do that. I've done that many times. Thank you. I love seeing my people here and hearing from you guys. It means so much to me. So again, this is something that I am so excited about starting with a new group in January. And my tried and true women that have been with me through the last few months are going to continue along with you, I hope, because they're always welcome. It's always open. You are never done until you say you're done. And so if you can really see yourself in 8 weeks 8 weeks from the start of the program, in a completely different place with your style, feeling beautiful about your choices, feeling elegant, feeling like you are at your best in life. If that's something that you want, that you would value, I would love for you to consider joining us. Join us. We have so much fun. We have so much fun. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Kathy and Janet. Love. You can read the comments from the women who are currently in my program, because they, like I said, are my very, very favorite people. So that's all. Just wanted to encourage you guys, get dressed every single day. Make the most of what you have. Don't forget that you deserve to look and feel your very best every day. Love you guys. Don't forget, you can continue to comment, ask me in the Facebook group, send me an email. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to hop on and chat with all of you guys about style, about shopping, about all of the things. Have a blessed and beautiful evening. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, guys. Bye.